Amidst the ongoing tensions between Israel and Hezbollah, Israel has launched airstrike at Beirut again. The Israeli army has announced that it has killed the commander of Hezbollah's missile unit in southern Lebanon airstrike. Israeli fighter jets have killed Muhammad Ali Ismail, the commander of Hezbollah's missile unit in southern Lebanon. Israeli intelligence believes that Hezbollah commander Hassan Nasrallah has been eliminated, although Hezbollah has not confirmed his demise yet. Meanwhile, as per reports, his daughter Zainab Nasrallah has been reported dead. This is the latest that is coming in at this point. Israel has claimed that it has killed Hezbollah's missile Ismail Nasrallah. My colleague Brian Thomas is on the telecast with us. Brian, tell us more details that are coming in. Now Israel has claimed that it has killed Hezbollah's, it has killed the commander and several commanders it has killed, and the daughter of Nasrallah he has killed.
Well, Zia, as of now, Hezbollah is yet to confirm or deny Israel's claim regarding the commanders, but there was smoke also that arose over Beirut's southern suburbs as tensions persist between Hezbollah and Israeli forces. And it was witnessed from Sinai Phil, Lebanon also. Now, yes, rightly, like you said, even that Israeli military has announced that it had killed the commander of Hezbollah's missile unit in southern Lebanon in a targeted airstrike, along with his deputy and several other key figures from the Iran-backed group. Even in a statement also that was issued by the Israeli army that confirmed that Muhammad Ali Ismail, the commander of Hezbollah's missile unit in southern Lebanon, along with his deputy, was eliminated, adding that other Hezbollah commanders and terrorists were also killed. Now, the military has also further stated that Ismail was responsible for numerous terrorist activities, including launching rockets at Israel and firing a surface-to-surface missile towards the country's center last Wednesday. Even Israeli forces also claim to have killed Ibrahim Mohammed Kabisi and other senior figures in the Hezbollah missile and rocket divisions. As of now, like even said, that Hezbollah has neither confirmed nor denied these claims. But Israel has been, showing that Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah also may have been killed in the IDF targeted strike on the group's central headquarters in Beirut, and even to the fact that Israeli official also said that it's hard to believe that Nasrallah survived, suggesting that the Hezbollah chief was one of the intended targets of the airstrike. Additionally, there have been unconfirmed reports from Israeli, Israel's reports also that claim that 12 Nasrallah's daughter, that is Zainab Nasrallah, was also killed in an Israeli airstrike in southern Beirut. Neither Hezbollah nor Lebanese authorities have provided any official confirmation of these reports, but yes, Israeli military stated that it is continuing to carry out strike against strategic Hezbollah targets in Beirut, targeting key assets such as weapon production sites, advanced weapon storage facilities, and critical command centers of the military organization. Yeah.
All right. Major Muhammad Ali Shah, now Israel is claiming that it has killed several commanders, and the main key person that they are claiming is Nasrallah. That is the guy who is responsible for training Hezbollah militants. And what do you think about this ongoing development, this counter-attacks that are taking place? And there is no end to it. As you have also stated that Netanyahu, while he was addressing the UN General Assembly, he vowed and he also stated that Iran has no place that Israel can't strike. And this all comes after United States has also called for a ceasefire. As you also rightly said, that now the US, which was backing Israel, has also called for a ceasefire, and Netanyahu is still persistent in his attempt to continue these airstrikes.
Right, Ria, since you mentioned about the UN General Assembly, I would like to take this opportunity to also at the same time, allow me 30 seconds to drift slightly. America, France, some nations have, Britain, UK has supported India's proposal for being a permanent member in the UN General Council, and I think India deserves it. Yes, now coming to that. See, the very fact is when Netanyahu declares this in the UN General Assembly that he's not going to stop. Now, Netanyahu has said that as long as Hezbollah chooses the path of war, Israel has no choice. That's what Netanyahu has said. Now, also when you spoke about Hassan Nasrallah, that Israel claimed that he's dead. Well, Hezbollah's Secretary General Nasrallah, apparently the news came in that he's alive. So, whenever a war, a tension like this breaks out, the first casualty that happens, Rhea, is of truth. There is a lot of information warfare from both sides that goes along. And one doesn't know in a war zone what to believe, what not to believe. Also, the Lebanon's caretaker Prime Minister Najib Mikati, he says that the Israeli attacks on Beirut's southern suburbs shows Israel does not care about global calls for ceasefire, because, as I mentioned earlier, that the Americans had called on for the 21 days ceasefire. Joe Biden had called for that, but then Israel was completely regardless of this. Netanyahu says the singling out of Israel continues as a moral stain of the United Nations. That's what Netanyahu was telling about the UN over there. Now, there were also massive clouds of smoke which rose from Beirut after multiple blasts, which only goes to show that only deadly attacks were taking place over there. And Hezbollah's Al-Manar TV, in fact, they reported that Israel's attacks on the southern suburb of Beirut is successive airstrikes. So most certainly there have been a lot of airstrikes, a lot of heavy bombardments that have been taking place. The Israeli military says it targeted Hezbollah's central command in Beirut and southern suburbs. So what it means to say is that there are civilian casualties over there. If at all they are there, they would be collateral damage. But I don't think collateral damage is fair when there is a ratio of a lot of civilian suffering. He has told the civilians to vacate and move out from there, and once the military operation is over, they can return back. But the very fact is, where will those civilians go? So it is going to be a very, very tricky situation. Now, Netanyahu had cut short his New York visit to return back to Israel. His office gave a statement that, he was concerned about what's happening in Israel and what he was to visit New York, he was to stay on further, but then again, now, senior Hezbollah commanders were the target of Israeli strikes. That's what the Israeli officials have said. Now, when they are civilians, when they are innocent, when they are women, children, elderly, they are killed or wounded for that matter, it is not, I would call it unforgiving. It is not a very pleasant thing. And no professional military in this world would want to target innocent, non-military people. And if that happens, it's wrong. It is against the war ethics and principles, ethos. It is against Geneva Conventions. So the very fact is, now will Netanyahu stop? There have been protests in Israel as well, but he's not stopping. There have been protests in US within the country. There was a very young airman from the Air Force in the US military, US Air Force. It is, no one should do this. No one should try it. It's wrong. The method of protesting was wrong, but he did that. He set himself on fire outside the Israeli embassy about 2 odd months back, saying that he would not be complacent anymore in this kind of a genocide. He mentioned this. So, again, I repeat, the method was wrong. No one should try that, but people are protesting. People are talking against it, against this kind of Turkey had compared him with Adolf Hitler. Turkey had called it a genocide. So Netanyahu should actually have a rethink, a calm rethink. And I think the captives that Hamas had taken, the hostages that they had taken, they shouldn't have taken them in the first place. That did a lot of damage. They should release them forthwith, immediately, without any thought. Because if Hamas doesn't release those hostages, you must understand that more than the casualty of the jitne hostage liye the, we will have much more casualties from both sides coming up. Israel is going to react, and Lebanon is going to counter-react. They are going to action and reaction, and then where's the end? How will peace come in? A war which has been going on for over 100 years almost. Now, how will peace come in? There is no sign of peace over here. There is just no sign of peace, Rhea. So, Netanyahu should take a step back to rethink at what's going on. And I personally think, being a soldier, dialogue is the only way forward. A gun will never get peace. A gun will only get pieces, Rhea.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.